some of them started to think that they will never debut. Now it's Jimin's turn. Jimin was another revolutionary. I think that Jimin was the most revolutionary member. Why? Because as I said before, the company chose all hip-hop rapper guys, and Jimin was a dancer. He studied contemporary dancer and started to dance. After that, a group of guys asked him to try. He accepted and he started to practice every Saturday when he hadn't classes at school. But he was so in love with the dance, and we can everybody see because he is one of the best dancer in the earth. When he enjoyed the dorm training and he made audition and he saw the other members, he started to think, we are so different. How can we be a group? For him, this was a really hard question because he thought that the group will be all people with the same style. This was not only a thought only by him, but also other members. And this is interesting to me because for me, this reason is one of the reasons of their popularity because they're so different, really different. And for me, this is a really important fact because, in my opinion, every member complete each other. In this way, they are full artists because there is one who can dance, one who can sing, who can rap. For me, this way was the right way to go because if I have a company, I will not choose all rappers, all dancers, all singers. I will do the same thing. I will choose different people with different skills. It's interesting that for me this is a really good point to start, but for them in that period was really strange. So that's for me really interesting. It's time about another fun fact, because if Ciao told us that he saw the first time in the dorm Suga with underwear, Jimin tells us that for him V was the classic idol, and he tells us that he was so impressed by him because at the time when he met him, he was wearing a red snapback cap. But now let's talk about the last member who enjoyed the dorm, and I'm talking about Jin. As you can see behind me, I'm a huge fan of Blackpink. And why I tell you this? Because when I read Jin's part, it reminds me a lot the story of Jisoo. Because in the beginning, Jin doesn't want to be an idol. He wants to be an actor. Maybe be both like Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds. Okay. And he chose the Big Hit Entertainment because the company said to him, eventually we'll make you debut as an actor. So he said that this was the thing that made him decide to enjoy the company. But life had a different plans for him. Also, we have to think that Jimin at that time was also enrolled in his first year of university, of college. And fun fact about him, when he was younger, he was a farmer because his parents had a farm in that period. I don't know if they still have now. And hey, let's try different way, and after you will decide which one is the best for you. So he was also farmer. I didn't know this. It's a really nice detail to know about the BTS members. But let's continue. Let's think about a thing. After G entered in the dorm, we have all the BTS members, and now their friendship has started. It's a complete group, because when we talk about BTS, we don't have to talk only about co-workers and artists, but also about friends. Because in that period, they start to help each other. The first one who started this helping project were the rappers, because they created the hip-hop school. They took lesson with the other members about rap and hip-hop. Make listen all the most important artists of this kind of music. And they took inspiration from School of Rock, the movie. I don't know if you ever watched this movie, but they did. And they took inspiration from that movie. So after the lesson of the training, during the night, they start to listen music, hip-hop music, talk about rap music. They start to help each other, because in that period they was sure that BTS will be a hip-hop group, only that kind of style. So they wanted that the other member was also prepared for the debut to perform in the best possible way. It's a really interesting thing. Also because in that period, RM and Suga thought that they will never dance during the performance. But they were wrong. And that's why the company chose Jimin and also Jungkook and Jin, because they started to think about not only a hip-hop group, but in the beginning of their journey, it was really hip-hop, but after they start to try different things. But they started to think about a group of performers and not only rapper and hip-hop. So after the school of hip-hop, they had the school of dance by J-Hope and Jimin. And this is a really interesting detail about them. They start to help each other also for the dancing and not only for the singing and rap part. But now we have the last part, and this is the most important part, because what's happening in this period? In this period, debuted the Glam, the female group that I talked to you before. Their debut was totally a flop, and the company lost a lot of money. So they decided to send home all the trainees that they were not so sure about. And in the dorm will remain only the 7 BTS members. Think that they told us in the book that the company never told to us in the official way, congrats, you are the 7 members of the BTS. Never. They understood it with the time, because there were the only 7 of them in the dorm. But this news doesn't make them happy, because with the flop of Glam, some of them started to think that they will never debut, or maybe not so soon as they thought. In particular, Suga. He explained to us that in that period, his family needs money, and he made a lot of work to help his family. So he thought that if the debut postponed, he would probably have to leave the project because his family needs him. But fortunately, everything was okay, because after we know what's going on in the story of BTS members, because now he's a famous idol. But in that period, they were really stressed. And also because Geo said to us that the 2 months before the debut were the 2 hardest ones, because they start to practice like 12 hours a day, and think that after the practice they start to do the hip-hop school, the dance school for their own. So they were so tired, and he said that was really strange, because in that period when you know that you have to debut, you are so high, you are so excited, because you think, oh my god, I can make my dream come true. But they never had the time to think this, because they was extremely tired, because a lot of them never danced before, so they have to become the same level of the others. So in that period was really difficult. But let's talk about the fun fact, because they started to follow a diet, and Jungkook said to us that he and RM was not so good to the diet, and when they could, they start to eat without that no one will know this thing. And with this, they have my respect totally, because I will do the same thing as them for sure, because I can stay without eat a lot of food. I have to be honest. For me, diet is a bad word. In conclusion of this first chapter, I want to say the last thing that Suga said. That period was also really important to him, because he starts to grow. Because in the beginning, he said that he had this black and white mindset, because he thought that everybody have think in the same way that he think, to be in the right position, without imagining that in life it's not only black and white, but we have also the gray and a lot of shades of colors. He said that that period was really helpful to him. But when he starts to grow, also we have Jungkook, because Jungkook was the youngest one, and he said that live with a lot of people make him so shy. And also we have to think about all the problems that Jimin have gone through as a dancer, because he danced contemporary ballet, and now he has to dance as an idol, and these are 2 different things. But for today, I really talked too much. The first chapter of the book ends. So guys, for me, this first chapter was really interesting because thanks to this I started to know the members really better, because I was too curious to know how they become the BTS, and this is explained really better. So I can wait to read also the second chapter because I want to know more about the debut period. But you guys let me know below in the comments if you already know everything that the book described, or there is some fun fact that you didn't know before. Also, let me know which personal stories of the members impressed you the most. I really liked all their personal stories, but two things impressed me the most, I have to be honest. Jimin, when he met all the other members, started to think, oh my god, we are so different. I don't know if this is good or bad. This impressed me a lot. Also, the pressure that Suga felt to not debut, this also impressed me. And the other one, that Jungkook was so shy, because when I saw his video I thought, oh my god, he's so confident, I want to be like him, he's really confident. And know that he was really shy was like a shock for me. I'm very curious to know also yours. As always, I hope to see you till next time to talk again about these talented boys. Ciao!